I remember when they were beds in the mental health system all across the country, and now typically you think about units, an entire self-contained department, and this is a big concept.
Right.
We have to move the intellectual and developmental disability system to catch up with the mental health system in terms of understanding that it's about affordable housing and opportunities, and that is harder.
As I drove back from here and I thought, wow, I know this property could really work. Let's create something. Let's work on a supportive housing options pilot project. And it was supposed to be supportive housing options because that's SHO, and we wanted to show how people with intellectual and developmental disabilities would be able to live in their own units with the supports, flexible supports that they needed.
Moving into May, what does that mean for where you work?
It was an hour or more bus ride because I live off of the bus route. There were times when I'd have to wait an hour, 2-3 hours till I started my shift until I moved here.
He lived out in the country about 10 miles out of town, and now he's with his friends. He feels safe. Well, socially, Adam's been able to enjoy a much better social life.
I've made friends with a guy named Bob who has a developmental disability, but Bob knows exactly what he wants out of life. And for 4 years, Bob lived in one of our state-operated developmental centers where all those decisions were made for him. And that was not right. That compromised Bob's liberty and Bob's dignity. And Bob is now very happy living in the community and is a tireless advocate for other people. One of those elements that's really important that we've been leveraging is partnerships with community housing authorities, such as the one that made this place possible. And that's their work. Our piece of it is making sure that we provide the quality and the quantity of services that enable people with developmental disabilities to live, in integrated settings, with other members of the community.
Essentially what we're looking at is kind of throwing the whole system on its head, so to speak. Heretofore, when an individual was selected for what we refer to as waiver services, what they would do is they'd get an award letter, and then we'd connect them with a service provider. And if the service provider had a set of services they offered, that's what was available for the individual. What we're trying to do now is to change that process so that it's really driven by the individual's wants, needs, and preferences. So we've been involved in a person-centered planning process where we're looking at establishing a person-centered plan for the individual and letting that drive the selection of providers.
When Nicole first moved in, I was staying with her at night and then took her home for the weekend. And when I was ready to bring her back Sunday, she told me, she said, "Mom, it's okay." She said, "You don't have to stay." She said, "I'm okay by myself." She says, "I'm okay." So, I mean, my heart, as I cried, my heart went pitter-patter.
I like it here, too.
Yeah.
Because I like this home better.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm crying.
No.
Okay,
You crying because you're happy?
Yeah.
of joy.
On behalf of Madison County Housing Authority, our Board of Commissioners and staff, we would like to say we're appreciative to be a part of the transition to independent living. We look forward to working with you in the future. We are planning developments in the very near future, and we hope that you can be a part of the living process there as well.
Thanks for coming, you guys.
And
Thanks
it's
for
a
being
beautiful
here.
building, and we're all thrilled with it. And the
Oh, it's
apartments are
gorgeous.
lovely, and it's a
Adam's got
great
something
location.
here.
Oh, that's right, Adam.
Here's your cemetery, so.
Thank you, Adam.
You're welcome.
Excellent.